It's a Wednesday on this program, and we have BB Shea in. That's it. That's it.
First things first, yeah.
Let's get that out of the way. Lineup change. Chris Kelly, Chris Demm, BB Shea.
Hello.
Get used to it for a while, okay? It's possible he'll be out for a while.
Yeah, that's kind of the indicators we're getting.
What we're hearing. Wish him the best, of course. Speedy recovery. Now that I'm on Facebook a lot more, I see a lot of praying hands emojis for Biggie. If I knew how to do that, I would. I would pray for him as well.
Are people tagging you?
I don't know. I don't know what that means. People say that to me too. They're like, "Tag me," and I don't know what that is. I don't know. No, I read a lot of awful comments about myself.
Oh, great.
And a lot of times
Because Biggie's not here to tell you not to.
Exactly. Yeah, he does it. He intervenes on that. I go to Facebook now a lot more than I used to for pickleball tips, which I'm using to my advantage.
It's smart, too, because, you know, you started, if I may, you started getting your pickle tips from TikTok.
I did.
Which, let's face it, it's just an algorithm to show you young ladies in their skimpy clothing.
You've seen the evidence there.
Facebook is perfect for pickleball. It's the old people app.
It is. It is. It has really opened my eyes to so many things that are on Facebook. I just scroll, just keep on scroll. Suddenly, an hour's gone by.
It's a new world to you. Now, from a lot of people, it's old hat.
I didn't ever do it. I never went on it. I was like, no, forget it. And somehow, I guess TikTok or Instagram redirected me to a Facebook video from some guy who posts them all the time. And so now I just go directly to the source. But in addition to getting pickleball tips, I see, for instance, our coworker dog and barbecue sandwiches in a car. I'm seeing that. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We're linked up.
He does what you do with hot dogs with barbecue sandwiches.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm seeing that. And
I've seen a few of those go past my view. Is it wrong that I don't ever stop?
I wouldn't stop. It's awful. It's awful. I mean,
I don't think I've ever. Oh. This to use a sexual term, I've never watched one to completion.
I have.
Jesus.
I sure have. Boy, he goes inside the numbers.
What is his rating scale? Because BB Shea, for hot dogs, you used 1 to 10.
We use point. He does the same.
Yeah. And he's so into. Now, he's our coworker named Matt, who does not work with us on this station, but is promotions man and works throughout the building. Absolutely
intertwined.
Love the guy. Love him. He's a big foodie. So is BB Shea.
Yeah.
Biggie used to be a big foodie, but
he's a big foodie emeritus.
Yes.
He's like an honor, like a lifetime
adjacent
achievement.
Yes. Yeah.
He's a lifetime achievement.
He's the Irving R. Thalberg.
Yeah, that's right.
A big foodie.
A big foodie. That's their.
When they give you a lifetime achievement award, it's the Thalberg.
Yeah. But the big foodies used to be this guy Matt.
It's just merry band of chunky guys who would eat anything they put in front of them.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So
now their health has declined rapidly. All three,
like you wouldn't believe. We got a gout over here.
Yeah.
We got obviously Biggie, all sorts of issues. He's got heart problems. He's got cellulitis right now. But this guy Matt, BB Shea branched off and said, "You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start doing hot dog reviews on my own solo." And I guess Matt did the same, but for barbecue.
Correct.
So, scrolling Facebook last night. It's the first time I've seen this. There's Matt's big face right in my face. I mean, it's right there.
Does he do the same setup as BB Shea in his car?
Now, I've not seen a BB Shea one. Yes, I have too. Mm-hmm. You were in your car.
It's the exact same setup. Yeah,
he's in the car. Mm-hmm.
He's just ordered the food.
He says, "I got a barbecue sandwich here from Little Pig,
Johnny's House of Barbecue.
Johnny House of Barbecue over here." He's like, "Let's take a look at this thing. I like the barbecue to slaw ratio." He does a lot of that, and he shows it to the camera and everything.
Does he open up the sandwich?
Yeah, many times.
Go spread eagle.
Yep, he goes spread eagle, and
oh yeah, that's what you want.
I've seen two. The latest one I saw said, "This thing's bleeding through the wrapper, so you know it's good." It's like a
good indicator.
Good indicator.
Yeah.
And then I find the camera angle uncomfortably close.
It's a little invasive, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. Does he have one of those, what do they call a phone holder in his car
he must.
that he turns on?
He must.
Because he can't hold it and eat.
Because he's hands free.
Okay.
And that's another thing. His one hand holds the sandwich, and the other, like, he makes some points with. And I notice it's got like dip and sauce and grease and stuff on it, and he's making his comments. And he will say, like, look at that wrapper, man. They got to bleed through here. This looks good. And he likes the look of it.
All right.
And then he does it. He takes a bite. And that's really disgusting. When he takes and of course, all I'm thinking now is, you're killing yourself. You're killing yourself by eating this.
We'll start with the bun, white bread, white flour.
That slaw's got a sugar content through the roof.
Well, you know what you could do, and this may be more of a TikTok thing, is superimpose your little head in front of somebody else's videos and just kind of point at him. Yeah. Look at this. Here's what he's doing wrong.
Here's what he's doing to his body. The nitrates, the super processed, the white flour, all of that. Well, I noticed, and I watched it to its completion.
To the rating?
Yeah, and he gave it, and he was real in depth. 7.7. I mean, it was a 7.
Lots of decimals.
Yeah, it's a solid sandwich.
Yeah, it was a good one. I've seen two. One of them got both got high 7s. 7, 7, 7, 8. They were up. One of them I was really interested in because it's where I used to work, Henry James Barbecue. Mm-hmm. And he was putting on, they give you a couple of sauces, which they didn't do when I was there. I mean, we're talking 35 years ago when I worked there. But we would give it on request, but now I think you just get them pretty standard that you can pour on the sandwich if you want. Now, they put a dip on, but
they just shine through.
A lot of people were quick to point that out. A lot of comments. Most of the comments were, like, he was at Henry James Barbecue, and most of the comments were, go to Speedy's. Go to Brokebacks. Go to this. Go to the BP on Henderson Street. This kind of thing. Go to Climax, and he's writing back. It's on the list. It's on the list. There's a lot of that going on. But he had poured sauce. He goes, it's got a lot of sauce on it, and a lot of people were critical, saying, you don't say sauce, we say dip. We use dip, which is true. We used to call it dip in the barbecue game. So I see a lot of him. And then he'll say, like, tag me in this or tag me in that. I don't know tagging. I haven't learned that yet. I'm new to the whole world of it, In all of that. So what comes up next? Awful comments about me, from different. And, in fact, even in some of Matt's videos, it's like, tell Chris Kelly he sucks. I don't even know how they know we know each other.
They're linked.
But they do that, right? So anyway, I'm seeing a lot more Facebook than I used to.
Do you ever consider BB Shea and me? I don't know. You've probably thought this through, but to me, having a 10-point scale with decimals is beyond challenging.
That's 100.
I've always preferred letter grades because you can go A minus A,
yeah.
A plus.
Weirdly enough, I started off doing letter grades, but then I feel like the 10-point decimal scale. It's just you could fluctuate a little bit more because the difference between an A plus and an A. I mean. I don't even know what the difference is, but then you go 8.3 and an 8.8. That's a pretty significant difference.
Have you ever had a 10?
No, I don't think it exists.
On your hot dogs, no.
Never had a 10 hot dog?
If you're going to go 8.3, then why not just make it a 1 to 100 scale and call it an 83? If that, you don't even need the point. You can just go.
I guess it's sort of reminiscent of like figure skating numbers,
Or gymnastics.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any problem. I watched Matt's to completion, and two of them.
Did you give it a like? Did you smash that subscribe button?
Don't know how. Chris Demm just asked me this. He said he read something, probably online as well. Good question. If you could be on a reality TV show, which would you choose and why? And do you know my answer? Survivor, because it's the only one I know. How's that?
Weird flex.
How's that? Only one I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Watched one season of Survivor. He's like, that's the one I would be on, Survivor. And he goes, would you like and subscribe? I'm like, I don't know. I don't smash the like. I don't know. The only time I've ever hearted or liked anything was when I accidentally hearted my daughter's boyfriend's baseball something.
Oh.
Not meaning to.
Yeah.
On Instagram, and like my big finger's hovering over it, and all of a sudden a big heart appears. Because it says, Chris Kelly just hearted you. And I'm like,
he likes Noah.
Oh, boy. That's a real problem. So, BB Shea, if you could be on a reality TV show, which would it be and why?
Oh, man. Probably Love Island, I would say.
Love Island.
I don't know.
Love Island. Oh man,
I'm
that's a
unfamiliar.
great
It's like The
show.
Bachelor, but sexier.
It's like you put a whole bunch of hot, sexy. I wouldn't fit in. A whole bunch of hot, sexy single people on a villa in like Mallorca or something.
Yeah,
And
you should be on Love Is Blind because your wonderful personality. But
Yeah, the looks are
right, but that's on Love Is Blind. That's what it doesn't matter. You'll wind
That's
up.
the worst compliment I've ever heard. Because you've got a nice personality, but obviously.
nobody needs to look at you.
That's Love Is Blind.
Yeah.
That's what Love Is Blind is. You should be on there.
Are you saying he should date blind women?
Yes. Yes. Even better. Even better.
There's an industry for the blind not too far from where
we're
we
2
are.
or 3
I
miles
pass
from
it every day.
Yes. You should go in and use it like as a singles bar.
Hey, ladies.
I'm here.
Anybody want a hot dog?
You could next time you do your Glizzy review, get over there.
Yeah.
So what is it called? The Love
Island. Yeah.
I think I've heard of it. Which was the one? It was Bachelorette where the woman was she was constipated. She hadn't gone to the bathroom in 9 days. They had to ship her off. They did. She
couldn't poo.
This was 2 years ago. She couldn't poo on Bachelor in Paradise. They were on a
There's a whole. It's Bachelor, Bachelorette, and then Bachelor in Paradise. Golden Bachelor. I mean, it's a universe.
I'll tell you the one that I just can't. I've never seen it, but I can't believe they even do it. Is Deal or No Deal Island? It's just the game, I suppose, played on an island. So it's like, what's the point?
Yeah, it sounds like a punchline to a joke, but it apparently is real.
Yeah, I know. And then my friend also, I never watched any reality TV except for one season of Survivor, which I loved. That first season, I thought it was great. But after that, I thought this is not going to take off. This is not going to make it.
Yeah.
It's only been 25 years.
Season
30
48,
seasons
I think.
40
it's running now.
seasons, and Probst has hosted all of them. He does a nice job.
Well, what you could do now, apparently the definition of reality TV is broader than you might think, because I think one of the answers I saw was Love It or List It. And those are shows you watch all the time.
I do. Okay,
Oh,
I
yeah.
do
You
that.
love Magnolia TV.
Oh, then I would do $1 Million Listing. That's what I would.
That's right.
Ooh, what about My Lottery Dream Home?
Another great
I
one.
love that show.
Another great one.
Side note, those houses aren't that great.
They're never good.
Not as nice as you think.
They're not
Oh,
as
yeah.
nice. Lottery. I mean, these people have lottery money, and the house
I
is
know.
just
Not as good
It's
as
the
you
ones
think.
where it's like, I won $10,000. I'm looking for a 5-bedroom home. I'm like,
Would you? What's the one? I like the one where it's like Love It or List It. I like Love It or List It. I would be on there, and I'm always surprised at how much the house is worth. I don't. It's like this house lists for $1.4 million. You're like, wow.
we bought it for $500 million or 500,000.
500,000.
We're going to sell it for $5 million.
Exactly. So, and then they do renovations on it and that kind of thing. A friend of mine, I've never seen this one, but my friend always doubles over laughing. Like if we're watching TV, occasionally they'll do a little commercial for Farmer Wants a Wife. And he's like, that can't be real. A lot of times.
No, it is. It's having a moment, too. It's getting a lot of buzz.
Sometimes we're into the edibles and do we just get together in there,
Just for giggles.
And all of a sudden, and a commercial will come on for Farmer Wants a Wife, and he'll go, that's fake, man. That's not
All right,
real.
I've had too much.
That can't be real. Farmer Wants a Wife. How can that be, But it is. It'd be. And I just saw, I never got onto The Bachelor or The Bachelorette either, but apparently The Bachelor just made his choice a couple of nights ago.
He did.
And I never know it,
Yeah.
But that's a huge one. That one's, I bet Chris Demm would do, which one I think you could do? What's that one where they're like jet setting all over the world? It may not even be on anymore. But
The Amazing Race?
Amazing Race. Wouldn't that be good for you?
I'd love it.
Yeah. That would be something. Because all over the world. Do they still have, is Amazing Race still
Oh,
on?
yeah.
Okay. There you go. How many? I bet there's 100 reality shows out.
Yeah, I mean,
At
if you look at the, the definition, if you expand the definition to shows like that,
And if
they're unscripted, essentially, is what they are.
Yeah, if you're counting the renovation shows on HGTV, then it's through.
There's a zillion of them.
Yeah.
And then you got your Love and Hip Hop Atlanta,
Jersey Shore.
Real Housewives,
Yeah.
all unscripted. Kardashians, although they're not really unscripted. The producers really just kind of goose all that stuff.
But you and I, we couldn't be on the Kardashian show, could we? That's Kardashian.
No, they would have to. The producers would have to say, "Okay, girls, this week you're going to interview some low life DJs will interview you."
Yeah, and
Unless you start dating one of them,
well, then you could,
which is a possibility.
But that's you
Yeah,
go.
I mean, they would have the producer would say, and one of you has feelings for one of the Kardashian girls, but they're not reciprocated.
Okay, right. So
they'll show you with hard eyes staring at Kim's butt or something like that.
But if we could be on something like Survivor or The Amazing Race or one of the
I mean,
shows.
you have to audition for those. I mean, you have to get your tape picked out.
Hot take. I never thought I would like anybody better than the Magnolia couple, Chip and Joanna Gaines. I like the couple on Hometown better than Chip and Joanna Gaines.
The giant beard man and the tiny blonde woman?
Yes. That's the one you...
Can you remember?
I'm sorry.
That was a freezing cold take.
I like those two. Their names are Ben, and I don't remember her name, but those two have a small town quality.
Well, you know my problem with that show, and I don't call it Hometown.
I don't. This is unfair, but I do. Of course,
you remember my nickname for that show?
It's like Death Grip Charlie or something.
Mississippi Headlock.
Mississippi Headlock.
Because every time the two of them are on camera together,
that's right.
This 8-foot hulk of a man is next to this 4-foot blonde woman.
Yes.
With his arm around her neck.
And that is still the case.
They're never separate.
No. And
they do fine work.
Yeah.
But they're never separate physically.
That's correct. I had never noticed that until he pointed it out. And now in every scene, like when they'll do a renovation of a house, yes, but then they'll
do a
talk
cutaway.
A cutaway.
What we found here was termite damage.
And he's got his arm.
That's right.
That's another little trick they play too. It's like right before commercial break, they'll remove a piece of sheetrock and they'll go, "Oh Jesus!
Oh no!
Oh my God!
What did they find?
Oh my!
Coming up next."
Yeah.
It's like, always termites.
It's termite, and they'll say this is going to add $20,000 to the budget. There's nothing we can do. This is going to be. Every one of those shows does that. The other thing, and this is from television as well. We were watching the ABC World News just before we come in here, as we often do, and they did a story. I don't know all the details, but there's some now incredible technology where you can implant a chip into someone's brain to make them have more mobility, all of those different things.
Is that the Elon Musk Neuralink?
I think it could be.
Is that what he calls his?
They were talking about Elon Musk in it. So whatever it is, it was like planting a...
I think one man has it. Was he paralyzed?
He was, yeah. But this is different because these people have had it put in their brain. I don't even realize, I don't even know why, honestly, to make them somehow smarter or move better or whatever it is. And they came back and one anchor said to the other, would you ever consider getting a chip surgically implanted into your brain? And the guy says, well, why not? I've got an Apple Watch. What? What kind? That is a worse take than even my takes. It's like, would you get a chip surgically implanted in your brain? Sure.
Why not?
I've got an Apple Watch right here. What? What kind of something is that? What kind of correlation is there between a wearable and something implanted into your brain?
Yeah, that's going to be one of the dumbest answers of the year.
I couldn't believe it. Then I had to get up. I should have gotten all the details. Later, when I'm scrolling Facebook, they'll say, dumbass Chris Kelly didn't even know the details on this brain chip implant. Yeah. As I was walking down the hall.
Here's a guy who needs a brain implant.
Yeah, they'll put my face up there. But I won't know how to fight that. All I do is look. I never post or anything. I just look. As I was walking down the hall, a colleague said, this is, you know how I'm such a pleaser. No matter who says anything, I just agree with it.
Mm.
He says, what about what they're doing in Washington, D.C. with the government right now? And I know what side he's on. I'm like, mm-hmm. And he said, yeah, he's a big Trumper. And he goes, I love that they are slashing government spending. And I said, you know it, bro. Pow. Yeah. He's like,
didn't have anything to say about the leak.
I didn't, and he didn't. He didn't say anything about the leak. Now, the leak has become pretty big news, but he said,
is it?
Well, is it? Or, it seems like a pretty big misstep to me. Just in reading through things, that seems like something you ought not do where you're just texting around about, let's bomb this country or that country. You know, that doesn't seem like something you should put out on some platform.
Who's that name in the corner of the chat?
Who's this loser? Is he in this? Yeah, this guy from the Atlantic.
The magazine.
That's an issue in my mind. He didn't bring it up. He said, don't you love that we're slashing government spending? I said, oh, yeah. I said, yeah, I love it. We're just slashing left and right. And I read something yesterday, and I think this is probably true when it comes to really anything, government. The era of expertise, because of social media, is over. For instance, an expert says, somebody who's highly trained, make sure you get your vaccines. And what does everybody say? You don't know what
right.
You don't know what you're talking about. And you could say it really on anything. It's like, anybody could say, buy this because you need it for the winter. I don't need that.
Mm-hmm.
Some expert says it, and we all are like, that's crap. That's ridiculous. And I see it because of Facebook. Now I'm on it, man. I'm all for it.
You're part of the problem now.
Oh, totally. I have been completely roped into Facebook. A total about face. Who would have ever seen it? Because I
avoided for so long.
Years.
Arrogantly, some say.
Arrogantly avoiding social media. When I bought an iPhone for the first time.
To impress the new boss.
Yes. The guy at the Apple store, he thought he was hooking me in. I said, tell me about this. What is this? He goes, well, let me show you something. He goes, are you on Facebook? And he started to go toward it. And I said, no. And he went, oh. He's like, oh.
You like weather?
There's a calculator.
For tips.
You can see what time it is in Dubai.
Yeah, you should have seen it. He was just like, then I don't even know what to tell you. I don't even know what to say to you at this point.